I quit my $225,000 a year job after learning these 3 things. Yeah, this is a serious video where I'm gonna tell you that I was completely blind for so many years. I kept working a job doing the exact wrong thing for so long. I'm gonna share with you the truth about what you should be doing to earn more money so that you can have the life that you deserve. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
So I'm gonna get right to it because this video was amazing. I actually saw someone else that made a video and they were making about $150,000 a year and they quit their job. Well, here's the truth. I literally quit a $225,000 a year job to become an entrepreneur. I'm gonna share with you my real story on how I did it and the 3 important lessons that I learned so that I can now live this life that you see now. Number 1, you are never going to get rich working a job. This was a really hard lesson for me and it took me many, many years to learn. You are never going to get rich working a job unless you are making, unless you're like the CEO of Disney World, making $50 million a year or something like that. Most likely you are not going to ever be rich. And let me tell you the truth. I was earning $225,000 a year gross and I was not rich. Earning a lot of money and working a job does not make you rich. I had to learn this. I literally started investing in real estate, broke in 2009 after losing everything in Atlanta. I started investing in real estate with no money, bankruptcy, bad credit, just the worst situation. Well, guess what? I learned how to invest by wholesaling, which basically means you find people that are having a property problem, you get that person under contract, and then you sell or assign that contract to someone for a fee. Well, my mentor taught me that and I was selling my contracts for like $5,000 each. In the first year, 2009 or 2010, that I was doing my real estate wholesaling thing, I made over $60,000, okay? I did about 13 transactions that first year. Guess what though? I still wasn't rich. It definitely got me out of my parents' basement. But the problem was I hadn't changed my mindset. I still did not know that number 1 thing that I just told you. I did not realize that I wanted to be rich and that working a job was not going to get me there. So guess what? When I moved out of my parents' basement and I finished college, I got a job. Ugh. Yes, I literally worked a job for so many years when I did not have to. I kept doing my real estate as a side hustle and working a full-time job while being a full-time wife, full-time mother, and going to school and getting all of these master's degrees. I literally was running myself ragged, trying to be successful, trying to get rich. But none of it was working because none of those things would get you rich. If you work a job, guess what? Most of your time, most of your energy, most of your effort goes to that job. The best of you goes to that job, and you have to be honest. You spend most of your time there. That's what you think about. So how is your side hustle or your side business ever going to make enough money to take over your first job? It's not. I never made the money that I made working with my side hustle because I spent most of my time working. Now, when I started focusing on my side hustle, my entrepreneurial thing, guess what? Then I was able to quit the job. I could have quit years ago had I known that working a job was never going to get me there. So I'm here to tell you, you can keep climbing that corporate ladder all you want, keep getting all the perks and the benefits. Like I said, I was a VP at Chase Bank, okay? I was making tons of money. The job that I quit was in Austin at a bank. I was making all of this money, but not rich. I did not own my time, okay? I did not have unlimited income potential. Think about that for a second. With my business, I can make as much money as I want. I have made $1 million in a month, me and my business. Usually we make about $300,000 or $400,000 a month, every single month. Think about that. How many jobs are gonna pay you $4, $5, $6 million a year? So bottom line, you are never going to get rich working a job. Just forget that idea. Know that you're going to need your own business if you really want to get rich. Number 2, I can create unlimited amounts of income. Yeah, that was a big lesson that I just did not think about. You literally can create unlimited sources of income, especially if you're not working a job. Just think about this for a second. I started, like I said, investing in real estate with bad credit and no money, so I was a wholesaler. Then I became a fix and flipper because once I got my money, then I could start fixing and flipping the right way. And instead of wholesaling the property for $5,000 and giving that investor, $100,000 worth of profit and I just get $5,000, I was then able to keep those properties because I now had money. So then I was able to fix and flip, and instead of only making $5,000, I was able to make $60,000, $80,000 flipping houses. Wow. Then I was able to start rental properties and created my whole portfolio of rental properties. So that is really how I got rich, but let me tell you how I created multiple streams of income from that. Then people started asking me what I did. How did you get your rental properties? Can you teach me? Who do you use as your property management company? How do you fix and flip? What contractor do you use? So I started teaching people one by one and just started, that way, kind of informally teaching. Then I started doing classes. Then I started doing a meetup group. Then I came on YouTube. Now I have the podcast. Now I have books. Now I have events. I have affiliate income. I have Toro. I have cars. I have even more real estate. I have a crowd fund where people can put money into a fund and then we buy real estate with it. I have multi-million-dollar deals with advertisers. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. But it's because I created that one stream of income, real estate, and then I created complementary businesses around it. And once you do that, once you create one business and one stream of income, it's really easy to multiply that. I'll give you a quick example. If you're a photographer or a videographer, I use this example all the time because this is what my videographer and photographer did with me. Instead of charging for one session, make up packages. Charge for packages. You get 4 sessions, 5 sessions. That way you have repeat business. Create subscription business models. You know what I mean? Where you just pay me $100 per month and you get 2 video shoots or whatever. And that way you have revolving income. That way you have recurring income each month. There's tons of different ways to create multiple streams of income in your business and to create multiple things that you do in your business. But again, you have to know that you can create unlimited sources of income. Yeah. Number 3, focus beats intelligence. Man, I was such an idiot for so long. I really thought that you needed to be smart in order to be successful. I thought it was really smart people that were rich. I had no idea that they were not really smart and it was really just they focused on something, and that will be intelligence. It does not matter how smart you are, PhDs, I'm really good at math. It really doesn't matter. I mean, most of the people that are richer than me, I know I'm smarter than them, but it does not matter. Intelligence does not matter. It's about your focus. If you are dabbling in something, for example, I dabble in photography or I dabble in YouTube, then yeah, you're not gonna get rich. But if you focus on that, and that is what you do every single day, every day you're thinking about your business, every day you're working on your business. And again, you don't have to work on your business all day long. You can work on your business with a job. Again, I'm telling you the truth. I quit a $225,000 a year job in order to become an entrepreneur. And guess what? Within 2 years of quitting that job, I had 10x my income, meaning I had made over $2 million. I didn't even think it was possible. Yeah, in the beginning when I quit that $225,000 a year job, my income went down at first because I didn't have that income and anxiety started to come and I got scared. I thought I needed a job. But again, I had already learned that 1, I was never gonna get rich working a job. I had learned number 2, that I could create multiple streams of income, unlimited sources of income. And now with number 3, I knew that if I focused on something, I would be successful in it because I knew lots of people that were illiterate that were millionaires, okay? You do not have to be very smart to make a lot of money. That has nothing to do with it. It's about you focused on making money. You should be focused on that. Focus on how do I get more customers? How do I charge more for my product or my service? When you focus on something, you get it. So there you have it. I have given you the full story on what to do, and I have a complete training just for you. Go to noellsfreetraining.com. That's Noelle, Noelle with an S, noellsfreetraining.com. I have created a full, complete course where I'm teaching you my formula to investing in real estate with no money, bad credit, the same way that I did. And again, I have students doing it faster than I did. And you can learn this absolutely free. I want to make sure that you have everything that you need to learn. This training is absolutely amazing and teaches you from beginning to end. It was just a little bit too long to put here on a podcast or YouTube, but it's absolutely free to you for you to access whenever you want. Go check it out right now. noellsfreetraining.com. I just want to make sure you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.